Hi everyone. Happy summer. So I'm here to dive into Trump's week again. So it's like, when will I ever stop? So anyway, June 17th through the 23rd is what's happening. What's crapping for this guy. Let's see how it goes. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to use the Kipper this week, and before I dive into his actual week, I want to check in and see. I'm so curious. What did his new probation officer think of him? Like, how did that go? What did his PO ascertain? Don Corleone, as Jimmy Kimmel calls him. How did it go? What did the probation officer see? What will be in his report that goes to Judge Juan Merchan? Or Merton, actually. Okay. Right there. Okay. Well, he's going to be... You know what? I wonder if this might be him in the future visiting Mar-a-Lago. Or Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lardo. Okay, let me get the cards laid out first before I start, because one card influences another. Okay, so because I'm reading on the parole officer, this will be him rather than Trump. Okay, let's keep it going a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, well, this looks pretty clear so far. Actually, I'm going to just, do I have room? Yeah, I've got room. Whoops. Oops, if you look through the viewfinder. Okay. Oops, no. Yeah. If we're to keep going, we have the imprisonment card. So, but anyway, here's the parole officer, which I think in the future he will be visiting Mar-a-Lago or wherever Trump is. Even though the meeting was over Zoom, I don't see Trump as really getting away with anything here. So, and this parole officer definitely has control over the information that goes to the judge. And then, of course, the judge makes his, the sentencing that happens on July 11th hinges greatly, bigly, hugely on what comes through this report. And so he's going to give it to the judge. For timing, this card has to do with like always. So this guy, this public servant, parole officer who works hard, and on his mind, he's thinking of, I better go visit, the loser. And I don't think he's thinking that, but he's thinking he needs to go visit him. And he doesn't want to be missing any pieces of important information to deliver to the judge. And he also has, I think, an assistant or an attorney that he's, probably both. I'm sure for somebody like him to be assigned to a former president, he would have a staff that works under him that is very versed with the legal ramifications of what's going on. Backing him up has to do with, I think, probably physical evidence. I think he probably has all the court transcripts. That's right here. And all of Trump's karma, you know. And this guy will work hard as well. This is a card of hard work. Weighing on his mind, he sees Trump as being a liar and a cheater and a grifter, and it's possible that there's some woman, actually, well, because these cards knight together, I think this could be a very wise woman who's supporting him. It's interesting, these people cards around his card. He might be meeting with Melania or other people who have been indebted to Trump, or other people in partnership with Trump, business partnerships of Trump's. Now he's able to go, this guy can definitely go and try and get more information. So that could be, the mature woman card could be our stand-in card for several different women. But keywords, if it's not a person, we can always glom onto the keywords, which are someone who holds secrets and is wise. Usually supportive, though, but of course it's supporting this guy, not Trump. Okay? Trump is up here, and this guy sees him as crazy and desperate and depressed and can't concentrate, and sees him as very ignorant and insecure and a grifter. And this guy sees this community of people that Trump grifts from. So that's interesting. It doesn't look to me like he's a pro-Trump person, which, I mean, yeah. So I won't say anything about that. I'll just let that go. This guy is looking at, from another angle here, he's looking at all the gifts that Trump receives, and he doesn't mind how Trump doesn't mind taking risks. And he has a reputation for taking risks to get money. He has a reputation as a grifter. And this guy is coming full circle with that, and he knows it. And he also sees Trump as being helpless, crazy. He's being watched, and the guy's crazy. He's going even more crazy because he knows he's being watched. No matter what a big front he puts up, these cards are helpless and insecure, okay? And again, I do believe that there's a woman who's supporting this guy with the watching. And he is able to, I think, access all documents, not only from, of course, the court documents are now public, but also probably all the other documents from this could be the master controller. I can't remember her name, Barbara something, and then she has an assistant, but she's a female. And they're both managing Trump Org 1 and 2. So that's interesting. But anyway, this guy, the parole officer, is watching. He thinks he's crazy and helpless and desperate, and he has support to watch not only Trump but anybody who has been in partnership with Trump. Wow. And like I said, besides him literally, ready to visit, he will be visiting. I'm seeing this over here as more of the past, and this is the future, but some of it. But besides him visiting, I think he's going to get right into Trump's inner circle and pull out even more. Because he knows who the players are. He knows who the players are. Wow. Okay. All right. That's good enough for me with that one. So now I wonder if I want to stick with the Kipper for looking into his week. Yeah, why not? Because, like, who knows? Like, maybe there's a whole nother indictment or something, and yet here we go. Melania flipping out there like she always does. Let's go ahead and just use this. Let's stick with this deck. Okay, one more. So, Felonious 45, X45. What is your week? January, what am I saying? June. I've always got January 6th on my mind. June 17th through the 23rd. And I guess today's having a big old birthday bash at Mar-a-Lardo. Or Mar-a-Lago. I'm not into body shaming. But man, ugly souls are one thing. It's hard to not. So yeah, my goodness. How's your week gonna go? He certainly has been on the rampage. And of course he's hitting up little Mikey Micro Johnson. And I remember reading in Heather Cox Richardson's newsletter last night. I think it was last night. She was saying Adam Schiff was, because Trump went and visited, went and visited his friends in Washington near the Capitol. And I guess Adam Schiff called it Bring Your Felon to Work Day. Oh, man. Then again, it's not funny. None of this is actually really funny. It's sad and ridiculous. But Trump's helping us to clean house in the nation and government. The crazies are out. Right there. Okay. He's going to be lying. Well, meeting with liars, talking to liars, hitting it up with his loyal liars. Yeah, developing plans that will go on. Ooh, they're not good. Yeah, he's desperate. Whoa, he's desperate to no end. Wow. Actually, let me move these up. Well, I can just lift this, or not lift, but raise the lens up a little. There we go. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, Melania didn't come through this week, but that's okay. We don't need that information anymore. We already know. She's headed in the other direction. Okay, so false person is anyone who's dishonest. You can see the mask back here. This could be him close to some danger, but also he's hiding. This can be an enemy, a rival, but it's mostly people who are dishonest and cheaters, and this could also be him evading the matter. I think it's really him acting like he's above it all and he's not as worried as he is. Because it's right next to the despair card, and the despair card is major, major, major stress. Serious problems where you're not sleeping well at night. sometimes even thoughts of self-harm. But this is, all these excessive demands on a person, and he's hiding it as if it doesn't bother him. And then notice how it's knighting to the bad health card. Both of these cards, like he's waiting. He's just sitting there or laying it or wherever he is, whatever he's doing. He's waiting for another shoe to drop. Oh no, is another indictment going to come through? What's going to come down the pipeline, right? And meanwhile, his loyal friends are getting hit over and over again. Rudy Giuliani, all of them. Between Arizona and Wisconsin, they're picking up. I think Nevada as well. They're picking up where Georgia was kind of stuck, with the fake electors scheme. So he knows that all that is coming down on him. And I mean, look at this line here. It's like he's having meetings to talk to his people and say, please be loyal to me in the future. And he's even offering them money and ways to get away. But then this line down here, this 9-box square is very powerful. It's at the center of the reading. So what we're dealing with here with him, we're talking drugs and alcohol, anything to help him sleep at night, and also trying to promise, his waking hours are spent trying to drum up support from people in positions of power, and then he's just out, He's out. And, he's going to do his rallies because he's going to get out and do something. But then when he's not doing that, I don't think it's good. I don't think he's doing well at all. He's probably trying to integrate from the hell he went through with his trial. And because he's in such denial within, there's no way that integration will happen. So that whole experience is now on top of all the other soul problems that he has, and his soul substance is just crusted with, think of like coal and volcanic ash and whatever. He's a mess. So opening up the reading for this week, his karma with January 6th might be catching up with him. His karma, like I said, with the fake electors scheme, will be catching up with him. Something may come through this next week. And so whatever it is, there are documents to back it all up, new documents, new recordings, new digital pieces of information that are going to be coming up and out of the cycle, the news machine cycle. And I don't know if this is someone... No, I feel like this is someone who's working against him, because I don't think it's someone that's supportive of him, and that's because it's right next to my Jack Smith card, and it's right, if you don't even look at this as Jack Smith, the official person card, it has to do with his, the rules and regulations that he's obliged to follow, bottom line. And it's also a card of politics. So I feel like this is our stand-in card for people like Adam Schiff, Jamie Raskin, Sheldon Whitehouse, and so many others, Jerry Nadler, so many others that are working in the light and further investigating him and not letting up, because these two cards here are really, really powerful. It could be, that there's some new complaint that comes in about him and his, cadre. Okay, but with the four corners, again, just continuing on, I feel like there's going to be something new that comes out that has to do, that is maybe drummed up by Sheldon Whitehouse or some other man who is supporting the laws that are in place. And they have a strategy, and they have a partnership coming together, a plan coming together that they're definitely going to be giving and putting out there. So maybe this is happening more towards the end of next week. Makes me wonder. Let's see. Okay, so knighting this card out, okay, to the other 4 cards. Like I said, this could be somebody who's dangerous to him because they were there on January 6th and they know the rules and regulations. And with the high honor card, knighting to the high honor card, I wonder if it has to do with just him being recognized, really, really recognized for his, what his hidden agendas and ambitions were. Because the despair card is a card of violence, and to have it right next to my January 6th card, that's interesting here. So there could be something that comes out even more. Because here we've got somebody meeting, here we are with a public official, which could be Jack Smith, and it could also be a team, right? It could be Alex Whiting and Jack Smith, or either or both, right? And they've been going back and forth over all the developments for the January 6th trials that they want to take care of. There's 2 of them that have to do with that awful day and all the election subversion and all of that. So Tanya Chutkin is the judge on one, and then we've got what's-her-face, Aileen Cannon on the other. And so maybe this is another clue here. This could be Aileen Cannon is in a dangerous position. I don't have the fatality card. Oh, here it is. If I were to keep going. No, that's Melania. But I wonder if this might be, because I've done readings before. I did no, I think I just did the one. But I got clearly that Aileen Cannon would be removed. I just couldn't get a date on it. So maybe something happens this week, and that's what really puts him in despair. Because, here we are, a false kind of a judge who's probably gotten some payoff from him somehow, right? Quid pro quo. Here are the clues here. And her reputation is now trash. So there's a very real possibility that something will come through there. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. Sooner the better, right? And maybe that happens in the beginning of the week. But anyway, whatever it is, he is going to be having a really hard time. I mean, it's these cards right here, these 3 cards are terrible. And then with him wanting to escape, and he uses drugs and alcohol to escape to as best of his abilities, or to what his body will, endure and handle. Here we are with this card. So back and forth over time. And then this card means a lot. So we're talking a lot of drugs and alcohol. God, a lot of numbing out. And, a lot of delusion and denial, right? Because that's the reason for the numbing out. Let's see. So Jack Smith and other people in power have a lot of support, and they're still going back and forth developing plans, and they have success is coming. They're pushing through for success, and they are meeting with many different, could be congresspersons who were literally at the insurrection that day. Yeah. And then that karmic wheel just keeps turning. And then again, people working long hours, things like that, which like Congress people do, but then they get their long vacations as well. But, when push comes to shove, they can have to be like kind of like on deck for 24 hours almost. Especially with the stupid filibuster laws like that need to go. But okay. Anything else? Yeah, what's really going to get him down has to do with what's going to be coming out as to the official rules. That's going to level him. And then all of the support that these official people have in their official capacity, the support that they have. Yeah. And this is our, rut-row card. Sad news. Major problems with this card. A painful perception. Now, sometimes this card is a mild illness, and then it's right next to the bad health. And it knights to the, should be adjudication card, which can be maybe something not going so well with him, with maybe the immunity case comes through. That has been held off for a long time, and this could be SCOTUS, although I usually use the other card for SCOTUS. SCROTUS, I should say, the one that was there. Come on, this one right here, the courthouse card. I usually use this one for SCOTUS, but I wonder, if the immunity case will be revealed as to how they rule. If that's the case, it looks terrible for him. Whatever it is that comes out from the official person up here and being made to acquiesce, being someone who decides a person's fate. There's that. Well, this could be an appeal, because oftentimes this is his a dispute card. So this very well could be that the appeal to SCOTUS doesn't go well for him, and it levels him. Whatever it is, he's leveled. And they're kind of on the clock, by the end. Well, but they could take it all the way up to maybe the 4th of July or something, or before the 4th of July. But it could be any day. So I am thinking that is because it's like, whoa, you can't, And there's a lot of problems with these cards that leave him in great despair, wanting to use drugs, wanting to escape. Yeah. Let's see. If we were to go day by day, just for fun, we'll see if it plays. Monday, this would be him with his some new evidence coming out related to his karma. Tuesday could be that he has friends at Mar-a-Lago that bring him, it's past his birthday, but visit. This could be, it could be anybody visiting him. Or maybe he's in New York and this is Trump Tower, because this is often high buildings for this card. I don't know. This just doesn't seem important. I don't know if the daily part of it would even seem important, but just to see if it works. So Wednesday, this would be him meeting, but it doesn't work out well, and then he just wants to. Maybe Wednesday's like he's just like, don't even get out of bed kind of a day. but he does, and it doesn't go well. Thursday, he is looking, I think he is in danger of somebody who's not his loyal person anymore, and then maybe he figures that out later at night, and that's, yeah. Friday, he's going back and forth, wondering what to do. How long is this going to take? Here's a really important point. Anybody who's innocent would they would never appeal. They would never tax the system like that. They would want the trial and testimonies, all of that to go and be done so that they could get on with their lives. But no, not him. So the fact that he delays and disputes, delays, and all of that, and fights, that just shows he's guilty. And of course, that's what's being hidden here. But Friday, maybe he's wondering, is it worth it? Because you got to pay out a lot of money for all of these appeals. It's a very, very expensive thing to go through an appellate court and use appellate judges. I mean, it's a phenomenal amount of money. I think there was something in the news about he put out more than $20 million on lawyers in the first quarter of this year. I think that was in, where did I read that? Politico. So there's that. Yeah. So Friday, he's leveled, and then by Saturday, there's if this works, we'll see if this works this way. But if this works, it could be that by Saturday there's something very official coming out, or maybe it comes out late Friday night, and then he's dealing with it on Saturday, and he's trying to buy somebody off on the bench somehow, some judge, reminding them that I got you there, that kind of thing. And maybe it winds up being recorded. God. And then Sunday, if he has any support, which I don't think he does, I think this is part of the old official process, but he will try to connect with Melania and anybody who's used to be loyal in the past, and he'll have a strategy. Or maybe he doesn't even do any of that, and all he can do is think about who can he get for support, because, I guess he always has Rudy and the idiots in the GOP. So, but that could be his strategy on Sunday. So, yeah. If we do some mirroring, it looks like major karmic wheels turning for people who are working within the law to get to him, right? It's pretty much everything I already said. And then to frame it in for the week, he's going to need some new strategy. And it might have to do with, and maybe this is, again, that visit from the parole officer. And then there's another complaint that's given to Judge Merchan. But anyway, a lot of grief and a lot of this line here, just a lot of lying and cheating, and he realizes he's in that dangerous position. And then to wrap it up, maybe there's somebody who used to be in partnership or is in partnership with him, and some incriminating evidence comes out about this person, and it has to do with quid pro quo. So this could be partly the Arizona and Wisconsin and Nevada fake electors. I mean, there was Michigan and Georgia, my goodness. But then also that he, because of all the sad news of the week, all week long, I guess the printer, the assistant with the documents for the printer, it's like it carries around a little portable printer to beef him up. It's not working anymore. And this is now this could be days spent in bed or time, a lot of downtime recuperating from drugs and both alcohol. yeah, you know, he's an addict. He's an addict. And all this would have been brought up with the parole officer, too. His living situation, his finances, his mental health. And that came through with the other card, remember? And when I was asking about the parole officer, here's our mental health card. Yeah. And then, of course, the fact that he's now a convicted felon. Yeah. So, okay, well, that's all. I will get this uploaded and send you lots of love, big hugs. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And because it's not Father's Day yet, happy Father's Day again. Okay, bye.